Welcome to our introductory course on Bootstrap 4, where I'm going to show you some of the really amazing and cool things you could do with Bootstrap. My name is Lawrence, and I'm going to be your instructor for this course. I come to you with over 18 years of web development experience, and I really enjoy working with Bootstrap. I'm going to be showing you what Bootstrap can do. Bootstrap, if you're not familiar with what it is, it's the most popular HTML, CSS, and JavaScript framework for developing modern, fully responsive websites from scratch quickly. And within this course, I'm going to be showing you all of the really amazing functionality that you can bring into your projects using Bootstrap. So first and foremost, we're going to look at buttons. There's a lot of different buttons, and with Bootstrap 4, there's a new line of buttons. So there's these outline buttons that are just below the main buttons. And with Bootstrap, we have a reoccurring color scheme. So we have primary, secondary, success, danger, warning, info, and so on. And this can get reused over and over again in multiple scenarios and multiple components and utilities that are available within Bootstrap, including backgrounds as well as text color. And if you notice, this is jumbotrons, so these resize really nicely because Bootstrap is meant to be mobile first and mobile ready. So that means that the Bootstrap components come fully responsive. Bootstrap also allows you to create forms. So this is an example of a form in Bootstrap, and once again you can see that forms really nicely resize. There's also a way to group form. So these are checkboxes over here. So although they don't look like typical HTML checkboxes, they're applied with Bootstrap classes and attributes, and these are the radio buttons down here. So you can see that the one that's checked is a little bit darker. So these are some of the options that you can bring in with Bootstrap. And all you have to do is add in a class and sometimes some attributes, and you get all of this cool functionality right out of the box. There's also alerts. So with Bootstrap, we've got the ability to create alerts. We can also have interactive alerts that you can close off and hide. There's also the ability to kind of highlight text with pills. There's built-in progress bars. There's animated progress bars, such as the two that you see down here below. And again, we're reverting back to those same colors and that same color scheme that comes by default within Bootstrap. So there's a lot of things that you can do with Bootstrap. And another thing that you can do with Bootstrap that's also new to Bootstrap 4 are cards. So cards basically give us the ability to structure some content and output it nice and neatly. So over here, we've got an example of a card. See how it's nice and responsive. We have the ability to add a header, a footer to the card, some content in the card, some buttons, some images, and so on. So there's a lot of options with cards. There's also modals. So these are a small modal. There's also a wire modal, and these are also built in. So all you have to do is add the right classes and attributes, and you get this amazing functionality. This is a carousel, which I'm going to be showing you as well within this course. So this is an image carousel, 3 images. You also have the option to add the indicators and also the way to navigate through the different images. If you don't click those, it will automatically navigate to the next image within 1 second. And you can also adjust that as well within the jQuery. But by default, you don't actually need to include any of the jQuery functionality. All you need to do is add the right classes and attributes to get all of this functionality right out of the box with Bootstrap. And that's why developers love Bootstrap, because it can do so much with so little. Here's another example of some of the utilities that are available right out of the box with Bootstrap. We can set background colors. So these are some of the examples of the background colors. We can also set the text colors. So doing combinations of these, we can apply these background colors and text colors to any element, really making those elements stand out and pop within your web page. And it's really easy to do. All you have to do is add the right classes, and this course will show you all the different examples so that you can become aware and be able to incorporate it within your own projects a lot easier. There's also Bootstrap tables. So Bootstrap handles tables amazingly well and can really transform your tables into a fully responsive table and make it so that whenever you hover over, you can animate it. You can also have a striped outcome, and you can also apply the same background colors that we used over here into the table background. So if you want to highlight a particular row or column, really easy to do with Bootstrap. All you have to do is add the class and away you go. Also with Bootstrap, so one of the things that a lot of developers turn to Bootstrap for is the navigation bar. So Bootstrap comes with ability to create a navigation bar, but it also comes with the ability to create just a regular nav. We can see that this navigation bar, fully responsive. Again, as long as you're adding the right classes and attributes, that's all you need in order to incorporate this. You can move it over to the right-hand side, left-hand side. You can also add in some additional information. So there's a lot of options that are available with all of the Bootstrap navigation bars. And there's also just a regular nav menu. So you can use this within your content. So it doesn't necessarily need to be the nav bar, but you can also use navigation and in order to separate out and structure your content even better. So again, a lot of options, and this is perfect for students of all skill levels. So whether you're a beginner and completely new to Bootstrap, or you're familiar with Bootstrap 3 or one of the earlier versions, and you want to check out what's new with Bootstrap 4, this is the course for you. And it's also going to be running through all of the different classes so that you can either brush up or get familiar with them within the upcoming lessons. So when you're ready, I'm going to show you in the upcoming lessons all of the different things that Bootstrap has to offer, and we're going to demonstrate some Bootstrap functionality within the upcoming lessons. So all of this coming up starting with the next lesson. And I also wanted to add in that I do encourage you to follow along, try it out for yourself, get really familiar with what you can do with Bootstrap and how to add the different classes, because this is what it's all about. The more you practice and the more you familiarize yourself with the Bootstrap classes, the easier it's going to be to incorporate Bootstrap into your own projects. So do open up your own editor, try out the source code, bring Bootstrap into your project, and work alongside the different lessons within the course in order to get more familiar with what Bootstrap can do.